An introduction to the world of roller coasters is just a click away. It's a feeling you might remember. That stomach-wrenching panic as you ascend the hill and find yourself over the ledge for what seems like an eternity. Finally, you feel the force of the back cars pushing you down the steep drop into what can be the most terrifying 2.5 minutes of your life. Roller coasters. You either love them or hate them. From the steepest climb to the longest drop, from the most inversions to the tallest looping, they are thrilling, disarming, they can be brutal. Then you get back on and do it again. Why? Because you need to.
Look at everyone today. Everyone's stress. This is the best way to get rid of your stress. I mean, it is a stress reliever. And you're out of control. You have no control over what's going on. It's fun. It's an incredible experience.
And that experience has just gotten more incredible. Welcome to Paramount's King's Dominion Amusement Park, home of the most roller coasters in the world. And thanks to roller coaster designer Premier Rides, they have a new one, the Outer Limits, Flight Fear.
The idea with Outer Limits was let's come up with something that was on the edge, something that had never been done before, something that was just out of this world. The total ride is right here in this covered dome. You just hear the roar of this pure power, this energy. You're pulling about 3,000 amps of electricity as you come out of there, and you hit about 54 miles an hour right here, and then immediately you're down.
If you think you've never seen a coaster like this before, you're right. Housed inside a 1-acre, 12-story octagon building, this 500-ton, 2,700-foot steel roller coaster uses over 480 volts and is twisted so tightly in its loops and curves that it's called the Spaghetti Maze. But there's more.
A traditional roller coaster essentially works with a chain. The chain is used to take you from the level station, level area out of the station, and it's bringing you up a steep incline. It's taking you up to the crest of that hill. When you reach the crest and you're released, it's the force of gravity that's going to carry the coaster throughout the rest of the track.
For the first time in roller coaster history, the traditional lift hill coaster technology has been replaced with a new catapult launch system. Using linear induction motors, or LIMs, riders are blasted from 0 to 54 miles an hour in 4 seconds.
Most people are familiar with a regular fan motor, which would be considered like a squirrel cage motor, where you have 6 windings and you have a rotor turning around like it's your fan blade.
The LIM is that motor stretched out lengthwise, one on the bottom and one on the top. It then has drive fins attached to it that rotate, catapulting the train out of the station. It's these 44 limbs set along the track which work in sequence, shooting an electric current down the length of the track. It's this current that creates a magnetic wave propelling the train forward.
This is the entire ride, plan view layout, offload area, the load area, the launch zone, and this area in the octagon building is referred to as the Spaghetti Maze. This is the actual ride in its elements. Most coasters are spread out over a large area. There's a lot happening right here in a small area.
Using computer programs like AutoCAD, designers are able to create and edit roller coaster plans very quickly and easily.
It takes XYZ coordinates and plots them accurately, opposed to an engineer or draft person drawing them out by hand, which takes days. Literally, we can print or plot, as it's referred to, this complex plan view of the Outer Limits ride in a matter of minutes.
And now, not only can engineers modem coaster designs to one another around the world, but fanatics can actually ride roller coasters on the internet from the comfort of their own easy chair. Virtually ride them, that is. With computer technology advancing as it is, catapult roller coasters like the Outer Limits now have the power to thrust riders out of the station in a plaster-your-face back launch. And that's exactly what happened. With over 30 vertical curves, more than 25 compound horizontal curves, 4 upside-down loops, and the corkscrew to top it all off, riders won't know what hit them.
Just like a rocket ship. I mean, it just didn't start. It just went really fast right at the beginning.
Most will never see the twisted, tortured track, not because they keep their eyes closed, but because the ride takes place in the dark.
That's what's so exciting about this ride. You just see a glimpse of these elements before you hit them, and then you turned upside down and turned sideways and jerked around, and makes it totally exciting.
Roller coaster designers are not the only ones taking advantage of the catapult launch system. Word has it that the Navy is interested in using the technology for aircraft carrier takeoff. So just what does this catapult technology hold for the future of roller coasters?
You can take the linear induction motors and use them to send roller coasters straight up 100 feet, 200 feet. You can attain just about any speed you want to. Everybody always wanted a 100-mile-an-hour roller coaster. With this technology, I think it's more than feasible to do.
The great thing about the internet is you can ride a roller coaster over and over again